YouTube, it's Lisa. Welcome back to my channel. As promised, I am going to do a destash, and I'm going to show you the pens that I'm going to destash. I will probably put them on my Instagram, but I will definitely have the pens and the prices below. If you're interested, please ping me. It's first come, first serve. I will ship to the United States and Canada if I have any Canadian viewers. International, I'm sorry, it's a little bit too far. It's probably not worth the cost of some of the pens for me to ship internationally that far, and the prices are non-negotiable, so you're either in it or you're not. So without further ado, let me show you what I'm destashing for this month. So first off, I have this is the Kolaro. This is the Kolaro 88 in blue. It has a 1.4 stub nib. I have not used this pen a lot. Most of these pens I have not used a lot, so you're getting them in very prime shape. It is an eyedropper, and if you want any more information, let me know. Next, I'm going to destash the Kaweco original, the 060 point size. I like this pen, but I just don't really reach for it. I did switch the nib unit out for a medium nib. I think I may still have the fine, so if you're interested in the fine and the medium, let me know as well. And I will put the prices below. I'm not going to go into the pricing. I'm just going to show you really quickly what the pens are, what the nibs look like, and if you want any further information, feel free to reach out to me. I have another Kaweco, and this one is the student version in clear demo, and this one is let's see here. I got my little screen here to the side here. I forgot to put this in order. This one is, oh, I forgot to put the nib is. It's a medium on this one as well. I am going to go ahead and sell my vintage Aurora 98. I think this is a fountain pen. This has the hooded nib, and it is a vintage model. I have up for sale my Platinum 3776. This is in a extra fine nib. I just don't find myself reaching for this pen any longer, so this one will be also going up for sale. Another pen that I'm not in love with, I'm not in love with this pen at all, but I'm not reaching for it either, and this is the Platinum 3776 Nice edition. This is a 14 karat gold pen in a medium nib. It is a beautiful pen, but I don't particularly care for the body of this pen. Next, I have my Conklin Duragraph Rose Gold finish. This is a Monteverde. It's a Monteverde with a rose gold finish. It has a Omni Flex nib. Sorry about that. Nib on it. I just don't find myself reaching for this one very much either. So that one is for sale. Now this is the Conklin Duragraph in Rose Gold as well. And very tight because I haven't really been utilizing this one. This one has a stub nib on it. And I do believe that is a 1.1 stub nib from Conklin. Next from Conklin, I have the Empire State version of this pen. I bought this very early in my collection. It has a magnetic seal cap, so it just kind of falls into place. It also has a stub nib in it as well. This is an original Narwhal pen now called Narwhal. This is the Schuylkill fountain pen in the Asfar bronze. This has a fine nib in it. This is right here the ink window for this pen. And this is nice because this is made in the United States, but this is a very nice pen as well. Switching over to the other side of my pen. Excuse me, so sorry. Sneezes. I have a Pilot Explorer fountain pen. This is a good starter pen, so if you wanted to get your kids into fountain pen writing, I would highly suggest this. This has a medium nib. It's more of a juicier nib than I'm used to with a Pilot, but this is a great pen. I just don't reach for it. Great to throw in your bag as an EDC as well. This was my very first fountain pen. This is the Pilot Metropolitan. I have this one in with a medium nib. And I think I also have the finer, the extra fine nib that I bought and I switched out. This is a Diplomat Magnum. This is one of the lower end Diplomat fine nib pens. Again, a good throw in your bag EDC carry. But that is the nib on that for the Diplomat. It's got a nice ombre body. And there's the ink window. This is the Hongdian pen from Amazon. I bought this because it is a Feude nib pen. Let's see if you guys can see how that looks. It's a Feude nib pen, and I thought it would work well for art drawing, but it doesn't for me. But it's a very nice fountain pen if you want to try or explore a Feude nib. This would be a good low-cost solution for you to do that. Okay, these two fountain pens, I bought them, oh God, probably 4 or 5 years ago. Now, I'm going to sell these together as a set. These are supposed to be able to use fountain pen ink, and they do, and I only used them twice. I wanted to use them with sheening and shimmering ink, and the nib points on these are a little bit, this is the medium nib. It's a little bit too fine, but if you wanted to use it with like a Pilot Irizuku or a nice Waterman pen, you could. That's the finer point of the two. As you can tell, it did stain the nib, and I'm selling them both together as well. I'm not going to sell one and not the other. They'll get sold together because the price is really quite reasonable on the resale value. Okay, I was talking about this pen probably a few videos ago. This is the Faber Castell Emotion. I am going to sell this pen. This pen is heavy, and I have carpal tunnel in my wrist, so it's writing a little bit too heavy for me for longer sessions, but it's a beautiful writer. Nothing's wrong with the pen. It's a little bit too heavy where it balances for me. And coming up on the collection a little bit further, this is a Moonman S5 fountain pen. I was going to use this as a tester for fountain pen inks, and I probably still could, but I just have moved on, and I already have a nice nib that I really do like testing. But this one is a eyedropper filled pen. It is in a fine, oh, this has a stub, sorry. So this has a nice stub nib on it, very thin, and a great eyedropper pen. Getting down to the wire, I have the special edition. This was sold by Endless Pens. This is no longer available, so it's been completely sold out, but this is an Opus 88 eyedropper pen. I bought two. I don't need to, so I'm selling this one. I'm keeping the black version of the pen that I have. This one is in a fine point nib. It's a really great writer, and it's a really good travel pen because given the size, it still holds quite a bit of ink, and it doesn't burp when I flew with it. And I only used that one like 1 or 2 times as well. And then I've got the Parker IM fountain pen, and I found that the fine point nib was horrible, so I switched it out and put a medium nib on that one as well. So that one's been switched out. And my last two fountain pens, I've got this TSWBI, 580 mini in rose gold with a stub nib. I'm just not reaching for this pen very much. I've got my other TSWBI in a fine point that I really, really love that's not with rose gold, but I love these little mini pens. They are, just kind of twist them on at the end and it becomes a full-length pen. Sorry about that. And it's a gorgeous writer, especially if you like stub pens. And then lastly, this is a Y Studio Revolve pen. I did get it customized with my initials, so I understand if nobody wants to buy this pen, but it is a 100% brass pen in a fine point nib. Nice long grip section, has very good weight to it, but it does have my initials on it right there. So there's that. All right, so I will put the link below where I'm going to be selling them on the website. I will set up PayPal, not PayPal, I will set up Apple Pay, or you can Venmo me or Cash App or something like that. We can work out the payments, but the prices and the pins will be linked below. And that's all I've got for today. So thank you so much. I hope you liked what you saw. If you're interested in any of the pins, let me know and I will get back to you as soon as possible. All right, take care until next time. Bye.